Hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Thanks for tuning in. It's Saturday the 6th of June 2026. I'm going to do a general read for you guys, see what you've got going on. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. So, what messages do we have for Scorpio? Messages for Scorpio. Feel to pull one more for you, Scorpio. Don't know why. And it was the Empress. The Empress in the upright, Sun in the reverse, Four of Swords in the reverse, the Knight of Wands in the upright, and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I think for who it resonates for, you're needing time to take time out to look after yourself. That sticks right out straight away. A lot of you are burnt out, been doing too much, ignoring warning signs. You know you've been doing too much. You're tired, you're whatever it is that you've been doing too much of. Perhaps overworking yourself. You've got the King of Pentacles there in reverse. Possibly heavily, working a lot of hours, or sort of putting a lot of time into your business, career, job or money situation, but it's leaving you at a deficit, and you're now taking time out to look after yourself, nurture yourself, bit of self-care, which is good, very good. The Sun in reverse, yeah, lack of energy, not feeling great, or there's something that you're not seeing that hasn't come to light yet, but I'm getting more that you're burnt out. Knight of Wands, very fiery, action orientated energy, very impulsive. It looks like you've been just doing too much, and you've been at a high, or you've been on a high of something, really pushing yourself, whether that is within your job or career. You've been very passionate, taking a lot of action, taking on too much. I'm getting for someone, taking on too much. So I'm going to clarify with a new deck. Let's see what these could be about for you, Scorpio. Why is the Empress here for Scorpio? Why is the Empress here for Scorpio? Excuse me. Why is the Empress here? The Empress in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so there's the confirmation and the clarification. Thank you, Spirit. You are, well, you're burnt out, you're empty, you've been neglecting yourself, not been looking after yourself. You've been working very hard towards making some money, or a business or a career, or making ends meet, trying to pay the bills and all that sort of stuff. But you're aware that you've been doing too much. You're aware that you cannot sort of give from an empty vessel. You need to look after yourself in order to carry on. Perhaps you're providing for your family, for your children, but you know that you cannot provide if you have nothing in you to provide. So I think you've taken the warning signs, and you're taking time, or looking after yourself a bit better, eating better, sleeping when you can, resting more. Yeah. Why is the Sun here in reverse for Scorpio? The Ace of Cups in the upright. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Again, Ace of Cups, offering yourself more love, looking after yourself, offering yourself the love and care that you give to others, that you provide for others, providing yourself that same love and care. There's something here about communication, or they're not taking advice. Perhaps people have, or your family, your friends, whoever have been saying, You need to take it easy. You need to take more time for yourself, and perhaps you haven't been taking that advice. There could also be something here to do with a new opportunity in love, or a new connection, or a possibility of a new connection in love, or a reconciliation in love. But the communication is not great, or you're not communicating, or there's some communication that you're waiting on that someone is not giving to you for some reason. Four of Swords. Why is it here for Scorpio? Eight of Pentacles in the upright, Seven of Wands in the reverse. Someone here is very tired. Very tired. Feeling defeated. But not defeated, but burnt out. Kind of, I'm getting someone that's very much focused, passionate about their work, their job, looking after their family, their business. But they're struggling. They're struggling. It's you're running out of fuel for the fire, or you've been too fiery, too passionate, and about it all, and you've burnt yourself out. I'm also getting here the energy of someone that is putting in a lot of effort. This possibly is to do with a business, like your team members, your colleagues, business partners, business partner perhaps. You're putting in a lot of time, effort and energy into something, but something is not solidifying, something is not building. Something about building an empire that's not building, doesn't seem to be building or strengthening. There could be some miscommunication here about a family matter, family situation, or some miscommunication about money. There's something here about offering love, giving love and support, and not getting it in return, over giving, over kind of caring for everyone and everything, and not caring for yourself, putting a lot of effort into something that you're not necessarily getting the same amount back from. Knight of Wands. Who's this Knight of Wands? Why is he here for Scorpio? Ace of Swords in the upright, Ten of Cups in the upright. Clarity, truth, a new idea, a new focus, a mental kind of breakthrough in your thinking, becoming clear about happiness, about a marriage, about a family dynamic, about what makes you happy. Scorpio, you could have someone in your energy that is quite fiery, quite passionate. Perhaps this is a new connection that you have with a Knight of Wands. Perhaps there's a lot of attraction there. Or there's just someone in your energy that's very fiery and passionate. And you're kind of working towards a Ten of Cups, or you think this person is your Ten of Cups. You're putting in a lot of effort. King of Pentacles in reverse. Why is he here for Scorpio? Page of Pentacles in the upright. The Magician. Yeah, I'm definitely getting this business work ethic thing. There's a plan here. Someone's putting a plan in to their career, putting a plan in place for their business, their career, their finances, but I'm getting more, it's like a business, possibly a family business. There's a huge determination here to make something work, to make something be successful, turn something into a success. And someone is very fired up about that. But they just need to be careful that they're not kind of burning themselves up before they've even begun here. A plan that's in early stages with much determination. possibly a plan that could bring happiness and contentment for your family, for your, you know, to bring stability for your family. But there's something here, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, that's not coming together, that's not solidifying. And I'm also getting another situation for someone. It's about a Knight of Wands, someone that you have a connection with, that you're possibly putting a lot of effort and love and emotion into, but you're not necessarily getting it back from them. Why? What's the important message about the Empress for Scorpio? It's here twice. What's the important message about the Empress for Scorpio, please? The High Priestess in reverse. Three of Wands in the upright. You're waiting for something. Or you're not listening. Someone here is not listening to their intuition. They're ignoring some sort of warning or red flag. Or they're not wanting to listen to their intuition, or there's some sort of secret, some sort of secrecy, some sort of truth that is not being seen. And someone's waiting for something, thinking ahead, thinking of the future, but waiting for something before they can sort of move forward in some way. Why is the Ace of Cups here for Scorpio? The Tower. There you are, Scorpio. And the Knight of Swords. Okay, so someone could have rushed in with some sort of communication that has caused a tower moment. Some sort of big change, big tower moment. Someone's made a decision or has rushed in with some sort of decisive action, and it's caused a tower moment, or it's about to cause. Well, no, the tower's there, so there's something's up, something's changed quite drastically. Why is the Magician here for Scorpio? The Four of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Something here about a marriage or a family situation. Something has broken down, or something is not progressing. I'm not seeing too much with regards to a separation or a disharmony, or someone is waiting for commitment. Someone is connected to someone and they're waiting for this person to commit to them or solidify it into a higher level of commitment, perhaps. Or someone is waiting to get together with someone, family, friends, or perhaps there's a wedding. Someone's waiting to get married. Perhaps someone's making plans to get married and they're kind of trying to make money, trying to make the, you know, the funds for the long term, for marriage, house, you know, all the sort of things that come with long-term commitment and investment to another person. Why is the Ace of Swords here for Scorpio? Six of Swords in reverse and the Six of Cups in the upright. Someone from your past. Someone from your past that you was happy with. Perhaps you was married to this person in the past. Or there's a nostalgic energy here. Someone from your past or someone that you have a lot of history with could possibly... I'm definitely getting a family situation or a situation, someone that's got children with someone. Someone from your past. Is this a second time around thing? Is this a new beginning with someone that you wasn't completely sure of the first time around, Scorpio. I'm just getting that energy. You wasn't completely convinced the first time around. Why is the Ten of Cups here for Scorpio? The Fool in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you wasn't completely convinced the first time around. And you don't want to make any reckless, silly decisions that's going to land you in a situation you've already been through once before that left you very much empty and feeling very unappreciated. And that's for someone. The King of Cups has just flown out of the deck. Whether he was meant to come out in the upright or the reverse, I'm not sure, because he was sort of like that. So I'll leave him like that. So this is someone who appears to be, I mean, that could be you, Scorpio. You're not sure how to feel about it. He came out a bit wonky, so perhaps that's you, that your feelings are a bit wonky about this person. Now, this could be someone that you have children with, Scorpio. This could, I'm also getting a very fiery person, possibly quite dramatic, impulsive, dramatic, can be a bit of a pain in the backside. Attention, someone that's, it's like I'm getting a drama show. A drama show, can't be doing with the drama of it all. I don't know why I got that, but perhaps that's of someone. Why is the Fool here for Scorpio in reverse energy? Eight of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, yeah. Someone that was a bit up and down, back and forth, on and off. Yeah. You're not sure. Yeah. Why is the Tower here for Scorpio? Page of Swords in reverse and the Lovers in the upright. You're not trusting someone. You've got a decision to make. There has possibly been an ending here, and you're now sort of making a decision about whether you want to go back round the block again. But you're not trusting of someone, Scorpio. And I've got a feeling there's good reason for you to be that way. I'm just getting a hunch. High Priestess in reverse. Why is she here? The Hermit in reverse. The Knight of Cups in the upright. Someone who's very charming, very attractive, appears to look good on paper, but can be quite erratic. Let's put them into their suits. I'm getting here for someone here is getting cold feet about marriage. Or someone here is getting cold feet about commitment. Everything's fine. Everything's happy. You're happy together. There's passion. There's attraction. There's, you know, intensity, all that sort of thing. There's feelings. There's emotions. But as soon as anything starts heading towards the serious stuff, the commitment talks, the long-term talks, the planning for the future talks, this person is just off ski. They are not, yeah. They're hot about the fire, the flames, but they're not too hot about the long term, not too hot about the commitment side of things. You're making a decision, Scorpio. You're trying to make a decision because you have, although I'm not seeing the Hierophant here, someone is not playing ball. They could be quite clever with their communication, with the way they talk, very charming, very clever with their words. But there's something you're not seeing here, or you are seeing it, and it's bringing in a Tower moment, a change. This person's not very good. They're good with communicate. They say the words that they need to say, but they're not very good at communicating on a deeper level. And they're very flitty in their energy. There's something here about indulgence. They could be possibly quite materialistic, quite possibly perhaps they're a business person, or they've got a business, or they like to indulge. They're very could be arrogant, could be a little bit of a cocky so and so. I'm getting someone that can be quite selfish, kind of committed to themselves, their lifestyle, their wants, their needs, but they're not completely satisfying your needs. And I think you're at the crossroads of a decision that you need to make. So I'm going to leave this here, Scorpio. That was your reading. Hope it helped you in some way. Lots of love till next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.